Hi guys, good day. This is Asad Yaqub from Atabad Lake, and this time we are here at Sweet Tooth restaurant. It's a small restaurant on the corner of Atabad Lake, and Atabad Lake is actually fantastic. In order to reach here, we had to cross around 4-5 tunnels, and they were quite long tunnels, and we had a lot of fun. And inside the tunnels it was quite cold. So this is actually Pakistan, you can say, and this area is Hunza. And we are going all the way, we've come all the way from Gilgit, and now we are traveling to Hunza and towards Kunjra Pass. Well, we stopped by the roadside, so I thought I should make a video about IELTS. This time what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you something latest about IELTS speaking. You might have seen my videos about IELTS speaking already, but this time I'm going to tell you something that is the latest development in IELTS. Whenever you go for your speaking test, actually what happens, the speaking examiner, they are not expecting long answers from you in speaking part 1 and speaking part 2. What happens there? Initially, in the past, a couple of years ago, they were expecting that like you should have given answer of like 4-5 sentences or 7-8 sentences, but now in speaking part 1, they're only expecting short sentences, short answers and all that. For example, a part 1 question can be answered if the question is, like we say, tell me about your hometown. My hometown is Lahore. It is a modern and beautiful city. That's it. Then they will ask you next question, next question, next question, and then you can answer. So in part 1 and part 3, do not give long answers. And one more thing, do not worry about the thing if examiner is going to interrupt you. Now for example, you're doing your speaking test and suddenly you are interrupted by the examiner, and examiner says stop, or the examiner cuts you, and then they ask you the next question. So you don't need to worry about that at all. That is actually the part of the test. Same is the case in part 2. Sometimes students are worried that okay, I was talking and then the examiner stopped me and I was unable to do anything about that. So you don't need to worry about that at all. Just, you know, in speaking part 1, try to give them short answers, but it should not be a one sentence answer. And even if the examiner stops you, that doesn't matter. There is no negative marking about that at all. So this is the current development. My students from Pakistan, from Saudi Arabia, from Canada, they have informed me all about these things, and this is happening globally wherever IELTS is conducted. So in speaking, part 1, 2, 3, be vigilant. Try to answer the questions in short in part 1. In part 2, give a full answer. And in part 2, continue your talk unless examiner stops you. And in part 3, which is called discussion, again, you got to give the long answers. But if you are interrupted by the examiner, don't argue with the examiner. Don't say, let me finish my answer, let me finish my answer and all that stuff. No, just let them ask the next question. There is no negative marking about that. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best from Atabad Lake in Hunza. And you might see, I can show you another view of this lake as well. Thank you very much. Take good care of yourselves. And one more thing, you must subscribe my channel, right? And if you like this video, hit on the like button as well. Share this video with others as well. They get to know about IELTS. And you can comment, because your comments are the lifeline for my videos. Whatever you comment, I'll come up with that video. Take good care of yourselves. Allah Hafiz.